So here's the situation. The entire country has been watching the episode the whole week. And there are two political parties in India, one the Congress and the BJP, which are utterly confused. And in the middle of all this, the fraud man Asaram, he's the one laughing away. Tomorrow he could be arrested. But the question goes out, till today, both the Congress and the BJP are utterly confused on how to deal with an issue where there is an obvious case of apparent injustice. Pinky Anand represents the BJP tonight, Senior Advocate and National Executive Member. I hope Pinky Anand will give us the moral and ethical perspective of this and not just give us a legal perspective. Rahul Narvekar, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena, his party is known to cross the law. Today he is hiding behind the argument that the law must take its course. Advocate Sanjeev Punalekar is Speaker and Advisor of the Sanatan Sanstha. He feels the media is unfair on Asaram. Vrinda Grover, human rights lawyer and activist, and Kavita Srivastava is a social activist from Jaipur. First, let me come to you, Kavita Srivastava. Your views on Asaram today saying that, he's given it a political twist. He says that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are after him. Then he's given it a communal twist. He says he has been told that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are responsible for religious conversion. So he's doing all these things. A, why is he doing it? And what about the long leash that he's got?
See, he should have been arrested a week ago. The girl had given a statement on the 18th itself to the magistrate after lodging the FIR, and it's like over 10 days. And the investigations have confirmed everything that the girl has stated in a FIR. Prima facie, it's a completely foolproof case. So this kind of delay that has happened is because he's a very powerful person. And I think...
No, powerful with whom?
Police
define powerful. Powerful with whom? Powerful as in terms of connections to the Congress and the BJP? What? Define it.
He's powerful with... Yeah, I'm coming to that. He's powerful with all parties. The BJP, led by Uma Bharti, from day one was absolving him. And in Rajasthan, we did not have the Congress, raise its voice that come along, let him get it arrested. Till we had to protest on the first day of assembly that this is shameful outside the Rajasthan State Assembly, that this is shameful. This girl has clearly, if you permit me at some point to read from her FIR, she has very clearly stated how this man has undressed himself, how he has tried to kiss her all over, how he's suggested that they have oral sex, how he's done it. It's so shameful that after her clear-cut statement for a 16-year-old to make such a powerful statement, after that there is this dilly-dallying. So I think if tomorrow he's not arrested, he's running, he went off to Indore, then he went off to Surat, now he's in Bhopal, he's in politicking, he's blaming, he's communalizing, but he has to be arrested. Otherwise, what about the new law that has come in place, the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, the new criminal law amendment? All this was made in order to ensure that under the law everybody is equal. So he just cannot get away this time. Otherwise, there's going to be major outrage.
You see, because of the Chhattisgarh, but unfortunately, let's get the BJP in. For the BJP and the Congress, all that you are saying, Kavita, does not matter. The only thing they are seeing before them, their single focus, their Kendra Bindu, is the Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh election. And they feel, am I right, Pinky Anand, that they feel that even if this man can get 0.001% of the vote, if they can use his network to get the votes, then how does it matter? If he goes out and defames a 15-year-old, if he rapes a 15-year-old girl, how does it matter? If his son says if his son says, how does it matter for the BJP if his son says that the rape victim is mentally unstable? In any other situation, you would have hit the streets. Today, the hypocrisy is shocking, Pinky Anand.
I don't know where you're finding this hypocrisy from.
All over.
The party stand is very clear. I don't think there is no claim of any justification for or in favor of Asaram Babu. The question is very clear for the party and the answers are very clear that it is a shameful act, and if the law is there, it should take its course. And believe me, Arnab, today the law has been made fairly stringent. We have various provisions which cover all these eventualities.
You're arguing technically.
The third statement has been taken.
You're arguing technically.
I'm arguing, no.
You're arguing technically.
I'm telling you categorically that the parties...
No,
I'm arguing categorically that the parties stand, let me put it clearly, the BJP stand is that the law should take its course, and if anybody has committed a shameful act, he should be punished in accordance with law. There is no saving grace whatsoever in the party line. I don't know where you are saying that the BJP thinks that it won't get X or Y percentage of votes, it is not...
I'm sorry, I'll tell you, give you one example. And I think with that one example of mine, yes. Pinky Anand, you will concede on television tonight that the BJP has been, unfortunately, I don't want to say this, but the BJP has been hypocritical. I think the Congress is double hypocritical, but the BJP is hypocritical.
You said it twice, so let us see the example that you want to cite.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Thank you. You see, there is this notorious character from the BSP called Purushottam Dwivedi. You know, you've heard of him? Now, you heard it? Can I give you the context of this man? Yeah. Now, this man, he rapes a minor girl in Banda in Uttar Pradesh. Your party unleashes your women's wing head or deputy head Smriti Irani. She goes to Banda. She tries to take the girl away with her. The police stop her. She demands the arrest. She sits on a dharna. Why did Smriti Irani not say the law should take its own course? Because you felt an injustice had been done. No, one sec. Let me complete it one sentence. The example.
No, what do you want
the example. I'll tell you what I'm trying to say. You let me. You know that the point is
it is sympathetic to the child.
No.
We must have a replica of a situation that is occurred.
No, Pinky Anand, that's not what I'm saying. I am saying that when the rape accused... you must let me complete. Let me complete. I am giving you one example which has demolished your argument. I am saying that when the rape accused is a MLA from a rival party before a state election, you go hammer and tongs. Or when the rape accused is a catchment area for votes, a friend of your chief ministers, seen and photographed blessing them in several occasions, when that influential man is the rape accused, you suddenly say, oh, no. Let's not interfere with the law. Let the law take its own course. How do you sing a different tune? Why are you singing a different tune?
No, the point is, Arnab, today the number of incidents that have taken place, and if you are going to take samples from each state, whether it's Maharashtra, where the photojournalist was attacked, or
No, I'm giving you... I have demolished the law, will take your own course.
To give one example
That's a fig leaf.
of what happened with a rival political candidate, but are you saying that there must be a replica for the BJP?
What I'm saying is that BJP must have some consistency.
It is concerned with the lot of women and the fact... what do you want?
Where is your consistency?
Is saying categorically, we want the law to take its course. If he doesn't pick up the girl, take her away, and then say that there is going to be this situation like Smriti Irani did, that means that the panel will not be drawn, and therefore the logical corollary, according to you, will be that the BJP is not concerned. BJP is categorical on its stand. We want action in accordance with law. We want whatever should come this man's way. Whatever he has done is proof,
getting a counter view from Vrinda Grover. Getting a counter view from Vrinda Grover. I am just placing it here today. I want everybody across the country to watch this, because why I'm picking this up is because when you're an influential person, tomorrow people will say a politician and a godman, fraudman, whatever they can even rape people and get away with it. I don't think anybody is given that license. Political parties are giving that license. Vrinda Grover is rebutting you. Pinky Anand, the first rebut is coming from fellow lawyer and human rights activist Vrinda Grover, who's taking you on. Vrinda.
Yeah. Couple of points. I think it's not just the hypocrisy of the political parties, but also their complete hollowness in what they claimed in Parliament and outside, that they are concerned about safety and dignity and bodily integrity of women. It stands totally exposed today. We never really believed what they were saying. Let's just see this a little bit in perspective. This is not the first time that we are seeing this duplicity. You would recall that when during 2002, attack on Muslims in Gujarat, rapes were taking place in Parliament, George Fernandes, a member of NDA, said rapes took place during 1984, so what's the big deal? As women citizens,
let her complete.
And I targeted, and
2002.
Pinky Anand, I have just mentioned 1984. I have just mentioned rapes in Delhi in 1984. You don't seem to hear anything else. Arnab, I really think I have a right to speak. I said there were rapes in Delhi in 1984.
I'm sorry, Vrinda.
I said there were rapes in Delhi in 1984. Please hear me out. Don't jump. I don't belong to a political party. I don't hold a brief. I'm saying there were rapes in Delhi in 1984.
You may still give the brief for a political perspective.
May I finish?
Let her complete. Let her complete. Pinky Anand, let her complete. Pinky Anand, let her complete. We'll have 1 second. To both of you, I'm saying I'm going into I'll go into open debate round in 5 minutes. I seek your indulgence. Let her complete till then. Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
No. Thank you. I'm saying this is an old tradition of them to think that crimes against women can be offset against each other. That practice, political practice, is no longer acceptable to the citizens or the women of this country. My second point is that despite the laws, the police and the institutions which are supposed to enforce them are not only buckling under political pressure, they are not doing their job. They should have invoked strict sections of POCSO, which will give him no exit route. And when Pinky Anand says, let the law take its own course, the law means get POCSO invoked. Why is POCSO not invoked? Why has he not been arrested? The law is not being allowed to take its own course. That is the problem here. My third, only section 8. Only section 8. That is insufficient. 1 minute, may I? That is not sufficient. 376 should not have been invoked here. Only POCSO sections need to be invoked in order to change the burden of proof. And
the logic.
Please, 1 minute. Can I finish? My third point, which I think is for all of us. Belligerent supporters, very partially, not the stringent sections. No, I know. Very partially. Please, they are soft peddling the law. Make no mistake about this. The police is soft peddling the law here. My third point for all of us, the belligerent supporters of Asaram who are trying to say we support him. I don't know why we add the suffix Bapu to such a man. Are these the people who stood out on the streets of India Gate and said that they will not accept sexual violence against women? Who are these people? We need to point fingers at those kind of supporters.
Why have they? You see, it's a transparent thing. You see, Vrinda Grover. Why have these political parties today gone so soft and suddenly taken this, let the law take its own course kind of line? I mean, I thought the BJP has a squad of women leaders who are willing to fly down to any place where there is an atrocity against a woman where you can take a political advantage. Today, the only thing which comes to my mind is that the BJP women's wing, the BJP women's wing and the Congress women's wing only believes in getting into situations where they can throw stones at each other. If anybody who is close to them, commits an act as heinous as Asaram, they'll turn a blind eye. I mean, where are all the lawyers in the BJP today? Don't they know Section 503 of the Indian Penal Code? Doesn't Rahul Narvekar know Section 503 of the Indian Penal Code? The father of the victim, 503 of the Indian Penal Code. Intimidation. Criminal intimidation, Rahul Narvekar. The father of the victim has publicly admitted that the family is being threatened. He has even named the person who has been threatening them. Section 103 of the Indian Penal Code, this person should have been arrested. Why are you not hitting the streets demanding the arrest?
Well, Arnab, the provisions of IPC are pretty well known to me, so don't worry about that. But having said that,
application of it is forgotten to you.
But
the application is forgotten to you.
Like you've rightly said, the law applies equally to everyone and no one is larger than the law. Yes, if at all there are charges leveled against Mr. Asaram Bapu, he has to face the trial. He has to come before the courts. He has to submit himself to trial. And if at all he is innocent, I think he'll come out clean. So there's no reason to worry. Okay. Now, having said that, I do not...
So you are also... Can I seek a clarification? Clarification I'm seeking from you is, you are from the Shiv Sena. Your line is law should take its own course. Right?
Absolutely.
So I ask you, on the 13th of August this year, right after the rape of a child in Kolhapur earlier this month, Shiv Sena workers beat up migrant workers from North India because the suspect was from Jharkhand. Right? November 2012, Shiv Sena workers vandalized a hospital, right, for posting a message question. The hospital was owned by the uncle of a girl who posted a message questioning the shutdown of Mumbai following Balasaheb Thackeray's death. I mean, Rahul Narvekar, you are 1 minute please. You are a party that has specialized in taking the law into its own hands. The sweet and terrific irony of your coming and lecturing about the law taking its own course exposes your inability to take a stand on national television. You can say for political reasons, I won't say anything, I'll understand. Like all political parties, your hands are tied.
If you're
because
done,
you're dealing with a fraud man.
Okay, I guess you're done and you'll allow me sufficient time to respond to what you've said. I think it's not the Shiv Sena, but it's Mr. Arnab Goswami personally who indulged in defamation despite not knowing the facts. So I think you are the one who's breaking the law and not the Shiv Sena.
Really?
The incidents which you referred to, the party has clarified time and again that they have nothing to do with it. These are individuals who had taken up the cause and did what they had to. So I don't think it would be fair to blame any political outfit. But be that as it may, let's come to the point here.
You're not listening anymore? You see, the fact is, please understand.
Well, I didn't interrupt when you were leveling charges against us.
But Rahul Narvekar,
so I think you should give me a fair chance to respond.
Speaking non-stop will never be an answer to giving a right answer. I know IPC section 499 of defamation like the back of my hand. And I can tell you this, Rahul Narvekar, very clearly.
No,
1 minute. No, you allow me to complete. You allow me to complete. You have no answer to my question.
What you've done right now is nothing short of defamation. You have leveled charges against the party when the party has clearly said in the past that they are not party to any such acts of people which are above the law.
So tell me one minute.
So Mr. Arnab Goswami, what you've done just now is nothing short of defamation.
Mr. Rahul Narvekar, please. These things don't impress me.
I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to give you the facts.
Mr. Narvekar, when your party workers vandalized news channel offices, beating up journalists, including women, right? When your goons and your lumpens.
Mr.
1 minute, please allow me to 1 minute. Don't give me a lecture. Don't give me a lecture on. Don't give me a lecture. Don't false allegation. Ask people.
Yes, they're absolutely false.
Mr.
Arnab Goswami, when irresponsible journalists make irresponsible comments, they face the wrath of the people at large and not of any organization.
Mr. Rahul Narvekar,
that's because some people, unlike a lot of other people.
Mr. Narvekar, please, see, the fact is, all I have proven to you today is the hollowness of the argument which says, let the law take its own course. Okay, that's all I have said here today. Now allow me to get the other panelists. I'll come back to you. You have quite a bit to answer for. Now, let's get in at this stage. Archana Sharma, she's a spokesperson of the Rajasthan Pradesh Congress Committee, and advocate Sanjeev Punalekar. Let me get their views very quickly. Archana Sharma, to you first. Now I find the extraordinary restraint of the Congress party. Here is a person who is going ahead and saying that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi have carried out a 4.5-year conspiracy against me. Right? Here is a person who have said for 4.5 years, 1 minute, for 4.5 years, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi I have heard, he says, I have heard that they have supported those who are carrying out religious conversions. I'm amazed at your restraint. Any other time anybody mentions your party president or the entire Congress party comes down, hammer and tongs, and attacks them. What is the compelling reason why you are exercising extraordinary restraint against rape accused Asaram? Yes.
See, Arnab, this case is sensitive. We understand that the law should take its course, its right. And whatever he has said is condemnable, laughable, and does not hold the crowd. He knows that now there is no way out for him. The police is working in accordance with the law. All the sections that have been filed against him, according to them, he will not be let out. So in frustration, he says all these things. But see, we do not retaliate as BJP does. And I would like to compliment you today that yesterday you were able to expose the dual character of Bharatiya Janata Party when you tried to talk to Kailash Vijayvargiya and he got flustered and he walked out of your studio. That shows that BJP has been involved with such people, have been backing them. It was BJP's Uma Bharti who on the first stand when this case came into the public domain and what investigation was on, she gave the clean chit to this godman, so-called godman. So now the onus on Rajasthan government is that, and the administration is that we set all the records of right so that this case stands firm in the court, and if we do not collect the circumstantial evidences and we would have arrested him straight, then he would have got the bail and then you would have, and other people but the BJP and other parties would have accused us of being on his part. So I say that let the
very defensive.
Law take its course. We are not defensive. See, Arnab,
I just want to ask you, why do you feel the case is sensitive? I don't understand. Both Congress, I've heard this case is sensitive. We'll have to see. We'll have to deal carefully. It's a case is sensitive. What is sensitive? You're scared of Asaram. You think his people will come out on the streets? He's carrying out blackmail. Is he blackmailing you?
Arnab, let me complete.
No, why do you feel the case is sensitive?
Let me complete.
Why?
Because delegation raised are very serious.
Yeah, so
and we have to gather all the circumstantial evidences.
Oh really?
When the case was registered,
I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I don't buy. You should have been speaking. You should have been speaking for the victim. And I find that there are a whole lot of people who are lining up to speak for the accused, including Advocate Sanjeev Punalekar. The victim is from victim Advocate Sanjeev Punalekar is a poor girl. She's a minor. She's from a poor background. Her statements have been corroborated by the police. Political parties stand in our parliament and demand the death penalty for rapists. In this particular case, I find there is something about Asaram that is deeply impressing all of you. Either you are all scared of him, or you're giving it some other spin. What is the reason why you're on Asaram's side, Sanjeev Punalekar?
No, I was hearing the conversation and particularly what Rahul Narvekar said. He was angry. Let me ask you one thing that before I answer, that when you are criticizing Shiv Sena on an allegation that some newspapers were attacked because something was published. In Mumbai there was a scenario where newspapers were attacked for failing to publish something happened in Burma. 5 ladies were molested. Our Chief Justice of Bombay High Court issued a circular that there should be special court. And now that special court after 1 year, special court is not constituted. It is an insult to the High Court Chief Justice.
No, this is happening. Sanjeev Punalekar. No, I'll tell you, Sanjeev Punalekar, I'll tell you one thing. If for any reason, no, 1 minute. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Please listen to me first of all. I'll tell you one thing. If for any reason or compulsion, you are unable to speak openly about this particular subject, you can tell me. I can't speak on it. I am scared. I am worried about something. But don't try and deflect attention. I won't let you do that.
I'm not worried. I'm worried about another aspect. I'm worried about another aspect that when you are discussing law and sections,
so the question to you was, the
police could arrest him.
Of course the police should arrest him.
The police could arrest him.
Of course.
I'm talking about politicization because your channels have carried a news about Ramdev Baba. Vrinda Grover said something. So many years are over. Vrinda Grover should have been in jail because she has bluffed about Asaram Bapu as if she has taken a contract from the international agencies.
So no. So what are you? No, one second. No. First of all, First of all, factually, one second. No, Mr. Punalekar.
Now, what
Mr. Punalekar, 1 minute, please.
What happened to those allegations?
Mr. Punalekar, please understand the details here. Please don't trivialize this whole issue. The question here is that here is a 15-year-old girl who has been raped, and let Kavita Srivastava tell you once again what the accusations are, how serious they are. You can all line up and try and give it a communal and political spin. That is the easiest thing. That is the easiest thing that you can do because somewhere deep within, because somewhere deep within, you will not acknowledge that your fellow travelers are defaming a girl who has been raped by this 74-year-old man, and this is a simple case of rape. Anybody tries to give it a political or communal spin is speaking against logic in this particular case. And why should people not speak for the victim? This is the sweetest irony in the country today. Let me get...
Definitely you should speak. But what did the victim say? Please look into the statement. Please look into their statement.
What are you talking about? You are not aware of the facts.
He said
what
that my daughter had taken to the ashram because she was... The mental allegation against her, which is put, is not put by Asaram Bapu. It is the girl's father who said that we had taken her to the ashram because she was not stable. She had certain psychological problems. Now,
psychological? What psych? Of course not. Don't talk rubbish. Don't talk rubbish.
I'm sorry.
Sanjeev,
I'm only saying...
Sanjeev Punalekar, 1 second. I had to tell somebody yesterday. You see, I'll tell you one thing. I had to tell somebody yesterday on the program, and I'll tell you in the same way. I'll tell you one thing. I'm sorry. This is all I'll tell you. Please don't speak rubbish on the news. The father of the girl has never said she has psychological problems. If you are going to say it, you are carrying out character assassination, and I'm warning you: don't carry out character assassination of a victim. So that amounts to utter rubbish which you are speaking, and I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we need to do that. I request you not to do that. It's not in anyone's interest.
Without her parents,
it's not. Please, mister, please don't tell me that a 15-year-old girl is easy prey for a depraved 74-year-old man. And then any justification, any circumstances, whatever the social background, whatever the circumstances, you twist logic and you think you will show out political clout and get the person to, to be intimidated. I think this is a complete travesty of justice. Kavita Srivastava, open debate round. Kavita Srivastava, would you like to respond at this stage to the points made, the rather absurd points made by Advocate Sanjeev Punalekar, who is a speaker and advisor for the Sanatan Sanstha, and Vrinda Grover also, if you'd like to come in at this stage. Kavita, please, first to you.
See, I'm really shocked that a young girl who was in the care and trust of this man, after all, she was studying in his ashram. He represented that authority and she was in that relationship of trust. And then she simply has vertigo. And the parents have come to take her away from the Chindwara ashram. She's supposed to be taken back to some city. That's the initial advice. To some doctor, and then they say no, we'll take her to where Baba is, this fake God man. So they bring her to Jodhpur because they learn he's there. And after that, in complete faith and trust, he has violated such a serious trust of the parents of the girl. Now this heinous crime just cannot be. There's no way can anybody protect it. I think those who cannot come out squarely, strongly, somewhere are supporters of this man. And I'm shocked that in your studio, so many people are like speaking in a language in this session. I want to add one more thing. See, it's a case of aggravated sexual assault. It's a case where the girl he undresses. He tries to undress her. He then tries to grab her body, forcibly kisses her. He tries to force her into oral sex. And all this is happening in trust of this authority. It's a case of aggravated sexual assault. And it's a heinous crime under POCSO. And 3 sections of POCSO have been invoked, although many more sections can be invoked. So this man really cannot be protected. And even today, when I talked to the girl's father, he said that he was continuously surrounded by Asaram's men who were continuously threatening him and his relatives to take back the statement. I think if this man is not arrested, this girl and the family will really be in trouble. And I think with more sensitivity, this show should show support to the girl who broke the silence. It is so difficult to break silence against the God man.
Well said.
So difficult.
Well
he
said.
Did it, and the whole family needs our support, and we need to support him. And
instead, what do we see?
Let me finish. No, just 1 minute. Ashok Gehlot, he made history when he arrested Praveen Togaria way back in 2003 April. He needs to get this man arrested. What is the delay? We told him. We wrote to him. We said, why are you protecting this man? Even one day, him roaming scot-free is a threat to so many girls. He's done it before. He does, and I'm sorry. He may charge you with defamation, but he has been early also. There have been allegations of his pedophilic behavior. So I'm sorry. This man needs to be arrested immediately. And Mr. Ashok Gehlot should once again make history by ensuring that he gets arrested tomorrow. Otherwise, there will be outrage in Rajasthan.
Why is there a special exception? You are absolutely right. It's been over 10 days that this case has been registered. There has been no arrest. Yeah. If it had been a common man, probably there would have been an arrest by now. Number two, how often does Mr. Gehlot, on a case of molestation, goes to the Union Home Minister and gives an explanation? That says it all. Rajasthan government is not serious about dealing with these charges.
Don't politicize.
In fact, Arnab,
what aggravated sexual assault is.
In fact, Arnab, the only person who's giving it a political.
Take some questions. You see, one second, Rahul, 1 minute. Just stop for a minute. 1 second. The question here is of hypocrisy, right?
Half a minute.
No, I say the question is of hypocrisy. The question tonight is utter, complete, total hypocrisy. I mean, I'm saying this to Uma Bharti. Miss Uma Bharti, do you remember what you said in April? I'd like Uma Bharti to take a few questions. Uma Bharti is happy to go to other channels. She won't come on Times Now. I wonder why. But I want to ask Uma Bharti, Miss Uma Bharti, if you're watching tonight and you're a woman leader, remember what you said. Remember, Miss Uma Bharti, what you said in April 2013. I want to know if Pinky Anand has the answer to this hypocrisy. You see, Pinky Anand, April 2013, Uma Bharti says, after a 5-year-old girl is raped in Delhi, she says, government should set up fast-track courts to try rape cases within 15 days and the rapist should be hanged within a month. Right? I was shocked to see the trauma of the girl lying in a ward here. I've spoken to the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister just now and conveyed my anguish. Now tell me, Pinky Anand, where is Uma Bharti's anguish in this case? Where she says indirectly that the rape accused is a political conspirator? No, why is anguish selective? How is anguish selective? Answer that.
Absolutely, there should be no, you are absolutely right. There is no question of selective anguish and there is no question of compromise.
No, but there has been no from your party leaders.
Issues concerned or section. Maybe, but they may have been by some people, but the party line is clear. There have always instances when things happen. That's not the point. The point today is we have to take care of what has happened to this girl. We have to ensure that Asaram appears before the police and ultimately action is taken. The FIR has been registered. Fortunately, this is one such case where issues have fructified as far as the registration of the FIR.
No, so why don't you throw out these people from your party? Why don't you throw them out and set them an example so nobody can go ahead and talk like this about women? Have you forgotten you're a Supreme Court lawyer? Let me ask you. The Supreme Court has said, and I quote, the Supreme Court of India about a rape victim's testimony says, and I quote, the courts must remain alive to the fact that in a case of rape, no self-respecting woman would come forward in a court just to make a humiliating statement against her own honor. So, Pinky Anand, you are aware of all these facts. I want to ask you, where are your women leaders today? You are the first leader to come on national television. Where is Smriti Irani? Where are Meenakshi Lekhi? Where is your women's wing? Why are they not doing dharna against Asaram Bapu? What is holding them back? What happened? What happened now? Where are they now?
If a minor girl makes a statement, it has to be given full credit. There is no question in that score. The law is very clear. The law has been amended to cover all cases of sexual assault. And I think today we are seeing a fast-track situation. But at the same time, Arnab, we can't just pre-decide everything. It has to be.
I am not pre-deciding. No, I am not.
You can't say that.
I am not.
No, just for a moment.
I am simply.
Cannot say that we have come into this decision-making process to say this has happened. This is what should happen. The difficulty that has happened at this point of time is, of course, that post the FIR, arrest has not been made. Ultimately, otherwise, the girl's statement has been recorded by a magistrate under 164. The relevant provisions have come in. If any need to be added, they can be added, even as some people say.
The fact is, I can quote what Shivraj Singh Chauhan says about Asaram a month back, and the glowing terms. The way in which he says, my Hindi is not very good. Now, he has a right to...
Arnab, what you quote, what happened...
No, Vrinda Grover is...
about a month back is not necessarily to say... No, the point is not that anybody makes a statement about anybody at any given point of time. You cannot say that that person is today subscribing...
No, of course. No, I'm not even suggesting that. No, I don't. I am not even suggesting that. I am not suggesting... One minute, Pinky Anand. I am not suggesting... Mark my words, I am not suggesting that your party is soft because your party leaders are bhakts / followers / admirers of Asaram. I am not suggesting that Shivraj Singh Chauhan is biased. One minute, I'll quote Shivraj Singh Chauhan. No, 1 minute, allow me.
Trying to put it as bhakts and slaves and whatever else.
I am not saying, listen to me. Listen how I'm phrasing my sentence.
At a point of time, listen, is not under a blame.
No, he says, last month he says, बापू तो ज्ञान भक्ति और कर्म इन तीन के त्रिवेणी के संगम है हमारे आसाराम बापू भगवान Now, one minute. I am not saying. Listen to me. You're not letting me complete.
Attempts at trying to classify a person.
I am not at all doing that. Why are you on the defensive?
Let us deal with that.
But I am beginning my statement by saying that I am not saying.
When there is no allegation or criminality attributed to him, you cannot use it out of context.
Please don't argue technically. Please, see, one sec. Pinky Anand, why are you on the defensive? I am not saying.
1 month back,
I am not
back or 2 years back cannot be significant for today's purpose.
Pinky Anand, I am simply saying your sense of justice for a young girl. Okay, I am not saying anything else. Where's that sense of justice? Vrinda Grover taking you on once again. Vrinda Grover, come in please. Vrinda Grover is responding to you.
Your sense of justice
Vrinda Grover.
Decide on the basis of what has been said a while back by any person within the party or outside the party. You say 1 month back this statement was made.
Vrinda Grover.
What? I don't see the point, Arnab, that you are trying to make at all. The point is today we are very clear. We want to support the entire system in whichever manner it takes to bring justice.
Vrinda Grover.
Thank you. I hope I can speak without interruption. You know, when politicians use phrases like the law must take its own course, or that I have faith in the judiciary, it actually sends a chill down my spine, because that means they're going to subvert the legal system through money, muscle and other power. Let's just look at what is happening here. The law is not... Can I please? You said whatever you wanted to say. I really think Pinky Anand needs to exercise some restraint.
No, but she has a right to her view, Pinky Anand, she has a right to her view. To be fair, you can have diametrically opposite views.
We know how corrupt politicians subvert the judiciary. You know it.
No, she has a right to have a view. If she's
no,
saying
I'm sorry. Do you not know of corrupt politicians?
Do you not know of corrupt politicians across political parties?
Man.
No, let her complete.
Are we talking about corruption here? Are we talking about Colgate here? Or what are we talking about here, Vrinda?
Let Vrinda...
I am trying to... I think we should
about a girl situation.
Can I complete,
about a sexual assault? We are talking about the law.
I am saying here that here is a person. 1 minute, please.
Am I being interrogated by Pinky Anand?
No, you are not, and you can complete your comment. I request Pinky Anand to allow you to complete.
Okay, then may I have my say?
Yes, please. Pinky Anand, let her complete. I'll come back to you.
Why we are saying... Yes, please go back to her. Why we are saying that the law is not being allowed to take its own course, and as Kavita Srivastava very rightly mentioned, there are specific provisions in the law. This is section 9F of the POCSO, new law brought in to protect the children of this country. Whoever being on the management or staff of an educational institution or religious institution commits sexual assault on a child in that institution. This is aggravated sexual assault. 9P, whoever being in a position of trust or authority of a child commits sexual assault on the child in that institution. They are soft peddling the law because he is who he is. The second point I wish to make here, that what this is showing us, Arnab, is not hypocrisy or hollowness. The deep-seated misogyny in the system and how women don't count, and therefore sexual assault of women does not make votes waver. Pinky Anand wants to know that we should talk about sexual assault. What disciplinary action have you taken from Uma Bharti to your latest entrant, Subramaniam Swamy? Even 1 year ago, Asaram did not have a clean chit. There is a judicial inquiry that has been conducted. The Gujarat government is not making the report public. Why and who is shielding Asaram and his misdeeds from public scrutiny? We are very, very apprehensive that because of the clout that he enjoys from many, many quarters, this trial will have many difficulties. And the two last points I wish to make, please don't jump in. The problem is that many, including the media, Arnab, maintains a stoic silence when rapes take place. The media does speak about Dalit rapes occasionally, but when rapes are taking place under Operation Green Hunt or in Kashmir or in Northeast, there is a silence. And the last point I wish to make is that we are not going to be able to in any way change this pattern by simply screeching death penalty now and then, until and unless we are going to purge the deep-seated prejudice which thinks women can be dealt with like this, including the person who is an advocate, Punalekar, and representing a religious organization. I can say with full responsibility here, had this been a person of another religious denomination, these people would have been out on the street.
You have kept away from it. Don't talk about Kashmir, talk about Raza Academy if you have guts, and talk about Abhishek Manu Singh, you have no guts. Please, being from legal fraternity, I am hearing you. You are not talking about Abhishek Manu Singh. Please, you talk. You talk about Raza Academy. 5 women are molested. Come to Mumbai and meet them if you have got the guts. You are talking about Asaram. You talk about your own account from where the NGO fund comes. From where do you get the funds?
I don't know which NGO he is referring to.
And you are only talking on one-sided.
You can be
100%. Because
I'm sorry, Arnab, I think this man needs to exercise some restraint in his language.
Abhishek Manu Singhvi has committed contempt of court. Let me tell, Abhishek Manu Singhvi
One second, please. Sanjeev Punalekar, again you are trying to go away from the subject. Now I want to, 1 second, we are not discussing Abhishek Manu Singhvi. 1 second. 1 second, please, Sanjeev Punalekar. Sanjeev Punalekar, Mr. Sanjeev Punalekar, listen to me. Listen to me, Sanjeev Punalekar, you must stop for a minute, please. You must stop for a minute, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, Sanjeev Punalekar. You see, I'll tell you. You see, Mr. Punalekar, I have found a very unique character trait right now. Mr. Punalekar, I have found allow me please, this on a lighter note. Mr. Sanjeev Punalekar, having had you twice on the program on different subjects, I have discovered a personality trait in you. If I may share in lighter vein, I am telling you this, that I find that you are a very touchy man.
So you may say anything.
No, 1 second. So you are very touchy if somebody attacks you personally. No, Mr. Sanjeev Punalekar, listen to me. Lighter vein, please, listen to me. Listen to me, Mr. Punalekar. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, Mr. Punalekar. You see, imagine. You see, all of you who are supporting Asaram are all extremely touchy. Extremely touchy if anybody attacks you personally. Can you allow me to complete, please? Don't be so much on the defensive. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Can you imagine for a minute what that 15-year-old girl, traumatized in the worst kind of aggravated sexual assault, as Kavita rightly puts it, by this man old enough to be a great-grandfather, what that girl goes through when all these people, all of you get together and say character assassinate her after what she's been through? Put yourself in her shoes for a minute, Mr. Punalekar. Leave your political ideologies aside. And remember, this is the person you are dealing with. And let me quote you. Let me quote to you, Mr. Punalekar, one thing. Gujarat High Court said about the Justice Trivedi Commission. Justice Trivedi Commission was set up by Narendra Modi to investigate into the deaths of 2 children near Asaram's ashram in Ahmedabad. You know what it said? And I will quote right now what it said. And you will then realize how a powerful man this man must be. The Gujarat High Court said, a picture emerges where the commission has, on its knees, with folded hands, craved the convenience of the petitioner, that is Asaram and his son, to record their evidence before it. And this has continued for a period of more than 1.5 years. The Gujarat High Court is saying, look, here is a situation where a commission of inquiry is virtually begging Asaram and his son to record their evidence. You know how powerful he must be. And therefore, Mr. Punalekar, before you say one more word, put yourself in the shoes of that brave 15-year-old girl and pay homage, pay a tribute to her bravery and respect. She stands out for the young Indian woman, the new Indian woman. And before you and all of you character assassinate her anymore, please think sometimes if this had happened to someone you knew, how would you have felt?
We are not talking with the girl.
Please, so don't politicize it. Humanize it. Don't politicize it.
I am not talking with the girl.
Humanize it. Don't politicize it.
I was an lawyer in the court.
Have humanity, sir. Have humanity, sir.
I am not talking to the girl. I am talking, panel
Have humanity. Have humanity. Don't just.
You are trying to say as if I am talking to the girl.
I have told you about what the Gujarat High Court said.
An issue of law and an issue of public justice.
It's an issue of ethics and morality. Don't make it this.
I am discussing public justice, and I am not trying to say that you are trying to project as if the girl is
Sanjeev Punalekar,
accused box and we are talking
tomorrow. Let me ask Kavita Srivastava.
Girl is not innocent. Girl is innocent.
Let me ask Kavita. What do you mean innocent? The girl
Grover is not innocent.
1 minute.
I am debating with Grover. I am not debating with the girl because Grover is 100%
Mr. Punalekar, 1 minute. I am asking Kavita Srivastava, do you think tomorrow, I think the time is about 6 o'clock, you think he'll be arrested by 6? What do you think? What do you and Archana think?
See, as far as I'm concerned, he better be arrested. I mean, even 24 more hours if he's out, the girl is under grave threat, and so is the family. Women's groups from UP have rushed in to sort of tell them that, to build their confidence, because they can't believe it that every day they are receiving threats. So this man has to be arrested, and if he's not arrested, it is very clear what the Congress party is up to, the Congress government is up to. They are also pandering to this man. He's a land mafia, more than 200 ashrams. I brought the list in just the Western region. He's a crook, you know. So I really think that they would also be pandering.
Archana, quickly. Archana and Vrinda, quickly. Archana and Vrinda, quickly, before I close. Yes, please, Archana and then Vrinda.
Your Honor, first of all, I am very surprised that a person in a debate has been on his side right now also, and because of that he is delivering such abusive statements against the government as well as the leadership of the Congress. But rest assured, and through your channel, I want to assure the entire nation that justice will be done in this particular case, and we are working in accordance with the law, and we
okay,
have summoned
let's
him.
hope that happens.
He has to be present by tomorrow evening. Yes, and we have also issued
Vrinda Grover.
notice for him, but
Yeah, Arnab, I think just exactly as he behaved before the commission, he is now saying, I may or may not turn up.
Yeah.
He is mocking the legal system. What is at stake is the credibility and the legitimacy of the legal system that is at stake here. And that is what is going to unfold tomorrow.
Well, let's see what happens. We are following it. As far as we are concerned, it's simply a case of justice. And let no clout be used or misused. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.